The government of Zimbabwe has, through the Broadcasting Authority of Zimbabwe, issued a warning or a memo that seeks to ban the broadcasting of traditional healers, prophets, and all those people that come to broadcast what they are doing in the churches and all of that. And this has actually incensed and outraged some people. The reason why is that some of these people end up, they say, come to our church and you're going to receive this miracle. So I'm going to touch on two things that I feel could help in order to reach a common ground between the churches and the Broadcasting Authority. First of all, what has been happening of late is that I think some of you know our sister Tilda Moyo. She has been, hosting the likes of Anamaz Baba Masango and other guys. They've been hosted on Star FM and other platforms where prophets are being hosted. But what you have seen is the endorsements of prophets by these broadcasters. That's where the issue is. So I think if they really want to, they need to draw the line between the endorsements of the broadcasters. I remember somewhere around 2010, 2011, there was the issue that happened in South Africa with the likes of Pastor Chris and other people that used to appear on ETV. After that was contested, they agreed that whenever that prophet or that pastor's message or the miracles that are happening, or there's TB Joshua or whoever, whenever they are playing on TV, there is a disclaimer that goes on and say, whatever happens, it's for the parties concerned. If you are ever found, you don't come to the broadcaster. So in other words, that exonerates the broadcaster from being the one that has referred these prophets. So I really think that if they want to find common ground, because if you walk around the streets, if you are coming, whether you're coming from town, you come from where, you are going to be found. Like if you get into the city CBD, there are so many churches that are inside the CBD and they are promising people miracles, signs and wonders. And then there are those that are Mazbaba, Bagazara Morodi, the same. And people believe in these things. People wanafambane tutombo, wanafambane mbani, wanjwaningwa piwa nana sekuru and all of that. So in the light of the freedom of religion, they should be allowed to do so, but the broadcaster must then put a disclaimer so that they don't seem to be siding a certain prophet or to say, and all of that, sort of like endorsing the prophets. This is what has been happening. So if they can come and say, we have got a miracle night that we had at City Sports Center and people were healed and all of that, put that broadcast, but put a disclaimer at the beginning so that people don't come to your station and say, oh, you referred us to so and so. And I think it also applies to YouTubers that, okay, this person, I went to Prophet so and so, and this is what happened. So it then exonerates the broadcaster from any form of litigation that might then follow. But what do you make of this piece of legislation? To me, I think in some way it is punitive as much as it is trying to be regulatory. But we'll see if there are going to be any changes, especially with the broadcasters. But you tell me what you think about this to those that have followed the announcement by the Broadcasting Authority of Zimbabwe.